Hello, it's me, Eric, and happy Sunday. I'm just going to be talking a little bit about my thoughts about the Butler article, as well as the article about words that heal versus words that can harm. Kind of relate that all back to my own experiences, as well as a few of my classmates. I found the article interesting. Butler, he took a very patient, but in my opinion, analytical approach to Miss Ruby, in terms that he listened and he was very patient and offered a very hopeful message to her, while also in the back of his mind trying to put the pieces together that, solve the puzzle and explain not only the mechanical issues that she was experiencing, but really seeing the picture of the psychosocial aspects that were amplifying pain, and in some cases even creating pain that she was experiencing. And purposefully or not, he was able to implement pain science in a manner that really helped cease her pain rather quickly within the two sessions that they met. And then when he followed up, when he I believe he just ran into her daughter, she mentioned how her mom, had a little minor pain, but was overall returning to all of her function. And that's really interesting. I think it paints a nice picture of how much this central pain can cause into patients' lives and their experience. At the end of the day, pain is a very subjective manner. There's no true pain pathway. So the nociception that she was experiencing was, in a lot of ways, central. And it's interesting that in 2 sessions of treatment, you can go from, this moderate pain, this moderately to high debilitating pain, to, feeling good and going back to your function. And in both the sessions, it's not like they really did any real therapy. It was just kind of an evaluation and discussion. So that's very powerful stuff. And I mentioned in my own post how I had a patient where, I kind of just did some slow reintegration of sensation with them, which worked. But when I tried to kind of delve into that, pain science, it didn't necessarily go over well. So it really does have to, suit the patient, unless you can really change the mindset, which some people, they kind of are stuck in that, biomedical approach. So pain science just wouldn't click with them. And I think pain science is important. I mean, it's just a tool in the toolbox. It's not what we have to do with everyone because they have central pain. I find it interesting too with this kind of discussion that Anna had, where she thought Butler was using words like healing, and then I felt that he necessarily wasn't. And we kind of, I replied to her comment on my post, and I read her post and replied to her post as well. But I find it where, just the understanding of how we as individuals interpret words. She thought, damaged tissue necessarily wasn't, wrong, while I kind of felt like that implied a message that, subliminally said there's a problem that you should be concerned of. And I think that also relates back to how we all have different understandings of different, meanings and terms. And it's about, delving more into a patient's culture, their understanding of what they believe words mean. So I think it can be beneficial too to say, when, if you said you have damaged tissue, maybe delve into more like that doesn't mean there's a problem, that it just means that, you were hurt at some point. Something like that, where you really establish a mutual understanding of what you're trying to say. And I also found it interesting with Andrew's post, where he kind of talked about some people sometimes trying to take the shotgun approach, which he, said is incorrect. And I agree with that. And I find, sometimes I think it's easy for us to want to take that approach because, one, being unsure of what's wrong can be scary, but also it's just when we might want to be perfectionists and try to fix everything, when at the end of the day we need to find the true problem, the true cause, and hopefully the rest will sort itself out, in my opinion. But I was really happy with the discussions that we all had, and I really enjoyed this week's reading, and I look forward to what we got next. So thanks, and have a good one.